Hello everyone, I hope part 1 of this poem was clear to all of you. Just to have a quick recap, we discussed about the first two stanzas and I had done a line by line explanation of those first two stanzas. In this poem, the poet focuses on the slum areas, and as we have read the first two stanzas, where he makes us very clear about the appearances of the slums people, the children over there, about the pathetic condition of the school buildings and the classrooms, about the reality of the world which they see in the photographs and posters pasted on the wall, and the reality in which they live. So in this video, we'll be discussing about what further he observed or what he believes in the next two stanzas of the poem. So here I proceed with the line by line explanation of the third stanza. I read, "Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal." Now, the poet here says that, if you remember very clearly in my first video, I discussed about the photograph of Shakespeare. So when the children in the classroom, they look towards it, they feel very bad. And they have an ill feeling in their heart. What they think? What they think basically is the answer of stanza number 3, first line. They think that surely Shakespeare was wicked, he was a bad man. Why? Because they feel that the picture of Shakespeare is laughing on them. Why they feel that Shakespeare is a bad man? Because Shakespeare was liked and loved by everyone. But slum children, they are not even noticed by anyone. That is the fact they feel, that no one can ever love them because they are unnoticed. And that is why they feel bad and they feel jealous. They feel angry when they look towards the Shakespeare photographs. What they feel is like the Shakespeare is an evil man. And they feel so. Why? Because they have faced so many hardships. People don't look nicely towards these people. They don't treat them nicely. They want to be distant, as if some untouchability is there in them. So, by observing these things and what they experience in day-to-day life, the slum people, they feel that Shakespeare and its photograph, all whatever is depicted, it's just an evil thing. They laugh as if Shakespeare is laughing on the children, and they feel bad about it. Moving ahead in the next lines, he says that, "With ships and sun and love tempting them to steal." And they say that therefore they hate almost everyone. Their desire of being loved by others forces them to steal. Why? Because when they'll steal something, they'll get the attention, they'll like it. Maximum of the crimes are done to have attention, to grab the attention, to have the feeling of wanted. Attention seekers. Right? So that's why these people, they hate. They say that whether it be anything, the sun, the rivers, anything. See, like in the lines it is mentioned, they feel that everything is so bad. They live in small homes and they have just started adjusting. So they cannot imagine about the ships, a magnificent lifestyle. They cannot imagine of. That's why they don't like it. They hate everybody. And so it leads towards stealing, because by stealing they'll get the attention which they want. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes. That means which lives that are turning into this endless lives and the cramped holes. What is the meaning of slyly? That means trickily. Now they feel that trickily they are being trapped in this. Obviously, they are dreaming two different lives. One life which is there on the photographs which they see, and the other which is their reality. And they say that they are confined. They are confined, they are cramped. Cramped means confined within the four walls of that school, or within the four walls of that slum area, that regime, that routine, which is of no use, and they're bound to it. They are living in the darkness and they see that, like, their night is endless. This dark night of their life is endless, it will never end. Okay, now further in the next lines. From fog to endless night, on their slag heap, these children wear skins, peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel. Now, what is this? They see that they are confined in this poor world. And because of that, because of their endless night, this dark, dull life, which will never end according to them. Why according to them? Because this is the reality which they are facing. This is why they are unnoticed in all the spheres of society. That is what they feel in the same way. And so the poet explains further. He says that on their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel. And he says that these kids are, they are so thin that one can actually read bones beneath their skin. Their skin is their cover. Even the clothes, when they wear the clothes are actually their skin. It appears like as if this is the only skin, because even after wearing the clothes, they can read the lines, the skeleton structure of their body. What is this showing? This is showing lack of food, poverty, scarcity of food. They are starving. They usually starve for even 2 times meal. So then he adds on further, because there is a line for spectacles. Now why he is using spectacle words? He says that, focus on the lines and you will understand the meaning. See, he says that these kids suffer from malnutrition. That's why their body is so visible even when they wear the clothes. They wear spectacles which are made of steel. They don't have fancy glasses. They don't have that kind of a lifestyle. So they wear heavy steel spectacles. Now you will think, from all of a sudden, where did these spectacles come? See, these spectacles came from, why? Because not everybody, if they are living in slum, their life is not fit, they are malnutritioned. Do you think they'll have proper eyesight? I don't think so. So they wear spectacles and they don't have proper rim and very sleek spectacles. So what they wear? Whatever they can afford. A cheap spectacle with heavy glasses and heavy frame. So this is what the poet focuses further, and he says the next lines. And spectacles of steel with mended glass. Mended glass means repaired glass. Obviously, they cannot afford a fiber-built glass spectacles. So they wear the spectacles which have even repaired glasses, not fresh glasses even. Like bottle bits on stones, like as if they are being the remnants of the glasses falling on the ground, on the stones, and they have been picked up and then some recycle had been done, and then now they are using that. All of their time and space are foggy slum. So blot their maps with slums as big as doom. So what he says further? He says that here the poet basically tries to explain that these kids have to face so many hardships in their life. as these slums are bigger. Okay, it is mentioned as big, as because these slums are bigger, they will destroy the future of these children, and it is very difficult for such kids, children, students to escape from here. Why is it difficult to escape from here? Very little and a simple example. If you want to do something extra, if you want to have something else apart from your usual daily routine, or supposingly you want to purchase something very expensive, or you want to do anything out of the box, what do you exactly need? You need the permission of your parents, of your family members. You cannot do anything just like that. You need the permission of your parents. And at times, it is not allowed. Like pandemic and lockdown is going on. And if you wish that I want to go and I want to celebrate my friend's birthday at her place, do you think your parents will allow you? I don't think so. No one will allow. So, everyone, everyone in this world have certain responsibility, and because of the social gathering, because of the love and affection of the loved ones connected with us, we have to respect what they say. Sometimes we are bound to follow certain rules. And this is what happening over here. The poet says that they don't have the right to fly on their own, because their conditions are not that easy that they can take such wide steps in their life. It is not easy at all. So I will repeat this third stanza once again, for you to have a clear understanding. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example, with ships in sun and love tempting them to steal. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night, on their slag heap these children, where skins peeped through by bones, and spectacles of steel with mended glass, like bottle bits on stones. All of their time and space are foggy slum. That means their everything in their life, their time, their space, every minute is just this foggy, dirty slum. So they are blocked. Their maps with slums as big as doom. The slums world is so big for them, then it is so hard for them to move out of this world in which they are living and they are connected to. So, what do you think? What is the motive of writing this poem? The poet wants to draw the attention of the people, of the society. He's a socialist, he's a pacifist. That see around you what is happening. If we have a good life, don't these children deserve a better life? Yes, they do deserve a better life than this. Now we move on to the fourth stanza. But before we could move to the fourth stanza, let's just quickly have a knowledge of the literary devices that are used over here. So, where is metaphor used? See, there is a line. Their homes are very small, like holes. So, here there is a comparison that their world, their homes, they are very small, very confined, like holes. And there is simile also used in the line, their repaired spectacles. Okay, so simile over here, spectacles, how are they? They are repaired. And alliteration is used over there. You can see the line from fog. Okay, so there is a line because the letter F is used again and again. That's why alliteration is used. Where there is a question mark, you can see from fog to endless night. So from fog, one consonant sound, F of from and F of fog is coming in continuation. Okay, now we move on to the last stanza of this poem. And the last stanza says that unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. So, what he is saying, that these maps that are there on that notice board, on the walls, everywhere, the poet says that the government, basically, they should take some notice to the problem of these slum people. Okay, he says that because the reality which these kids are facing, it is so harsh. And so he further says that he urges basically in these lines that the life of these kids, they should be changed and make the world map a reality for them. Because when they see the visitor, the inspector, so many people around them, they feel we should also become like them. Oh God, why don't we have this life? Why can't we have proper light to sit in, proper chair to sit on? Why don't we have proper pencil to hold and proper pens and nice notebooks to write in? Even we want this kind of life. So that's why in these two lines the poet he focuses on and he requests, he urges. Now in the last stanza he is basically urging the main motive of writing the poem. He's urging to the readers that please, and to the government, that please kindly they should take the notice of the problem that is being faced by these kids, and he requests for a change in their lives. He says that there is a need to break the restrictions which are put on them due to poverty and lack of resources. How he says? See, he says that shut upon their lives like catacombs, break or break, open till they break the town. Now he says these rules, these restrictions need to be changed. They need to break for them to empower, for them to grow. Otherwise, they are not growing and nobody is noticing. Even they are human beings and they deserve the best. Okay, so he moves ahead and he says in last few lines of his poem, what is the meaning of catacomb? Sorry, over here, catacomb means a tomb or a cemetery. Okay, because what will happen, where their life will end up, their life will end here only, in the slums, and they'll be buried over here. So please kindly change their lives, change their destiny. They deserve a better life. Okay, and then he moves ahead and he says, and show the children to green fields and make their world run azure on gold sands, and let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open, history theirs whose language is the sun. And all, see, these last few lines are very, very positive and very motivating lines. They give energy. Why? Because all the positive words are used. Green fields, then gold sands, then their tongue run naked into books, the white and green leaves open, history theirs whose language is the sun. So what he is saying over here, all these things, he is saying that they deserve the better thing in the life. He says that the governor and the public should help these kids to achieve their dreams. They should see the white books, beautiful books, and they should read it. So that is what he is focusing over here. He says that as they will take away them from here, from this bad place, the azure means deep blue sky. Okay, so what will happen, the fog of their life, it will clear, and what they'll see, the azure sky, the deep blue sky. That means once if they'll get the chance to move away from here, the dull life which they are leading will vanish away, and the bright life and the chance to grow will start, will begin. That is why he is using the word azure over here. Okay? Because in the stanzas he had used fog also. So that's why he says the fog will move away. Then he moves further and he says that the poet, he wants the kids to be taken away from the present darkness basically. Okay? And he says that they will see the beauty of nature. How they will see the beauty of nature? The green fields they'll see out there. It will make their world run azure. It will make their world get more brightened and lively. Then he says, let their tongues run naked into books. Let them read. Let them get knowledge. What they will experience will be out of the world for them. So he requests that please give them education. It's very important. The beauty of nature will make them learn more and more. If you remember in my previous video, he said that if they'll go out, they'll feel the fields, the greenery, the sun, the ship, the sea. They'll have a feeling of learning more and more. Okay? They'll have an urge to learn. Why they'll have the urge to learn? Because then they'll start questioning. How is it? Why is it? Who created? How this phenomena happens? How these little things, it's a bud, and then how it becomes a huge, beautiful flower with beautiful colors in it. Right? So they'll start questioning. So let them go. Let them have their world out there. Please let their tongues taste the knowledge. Let this tongue run naked on the books. Naked on the books means just they should read flawlessly. They should read. Right now I'm speaking, so I am making my tongue go the way it wants to go, because now it has knowledge. It can speak the content to you. The same way he requests this, please allow them, give them this chance. The government should notice, the authorities should do something for them. And then in the last line he says that history theirs whose language is the sun. That means he says that this will then result in their progress, and they will be able to paint a bright future. So history will be theirs then, because the great people who have become great in their life, who are very well known in the pages of history, their life was also very simple in the beginning, but then they got the opportunity, and when they got the right opportunity, now we know them, and they are great people in the history. So he says this way the history creates, and they'll get the opportunity. Okay, so he had used so many words in last few lines. He had used green, white, green leaves. So here white leaves are the pages of the books, just to be more clear, and green is just the beauty of nature. So when the child will get the opportunity to go out, he will question the world around, he'll see the nature all around, and then finally the child will get the opportunity to pick up the pencil and to just turn the white pages and to read. So please allow them. I hope this poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, is clear to you. It's a very beautiful one, where he is quoting a classroom, but then he's telling the reality also, and he is urging that there is no use of having these educational institutions in the slum areas, because no one pays attention towards them. They don't get the opportunity. You just play with their hearts, because why? They have the one who want to become something, they want to have something in their life, they want to be something. When they go to such places and they see the education over there, the posters over there, their morale, it boosts to such a level, they want to become something. But then ultimately what happens with them? They go, the morale boosts, they see the beautiful things, they mesmerize, they imagine, and then what happens? All of a sudden The morale that had just boosted it stoops down. And then it's the harsh world in which they are living. Where they end up? Do they end up in becoming CEOs and everything? No. Do they end up in having proper life? No, they don't. What they end up in, because of the lack of money, because of lack of time and resources in their life, they have to do the work from a very tender age, which lead to very big crimes as well. Because when they fail to have the lifestyle which they want, when they see other children, when they see a kid going to the school of their own age having very beautiful lifestyle and they don't have, they feel ill. And then what develops is, we all know. So this was a short explanation of the poem. I hope it's clear to everyone. If you liked it, please do like, share and subscribe my channel for other notifications. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Take care.